Jesse Jager. I'm the Director of Development and Advocacy at the Poverello Center. My role at the Poverello Center is really twofold. One is I'm the primary person responsibility to make sure we raise enough funds to fulfill our mission. And then I also do all of our external communications, basically telling the story of the Poverello Center and the community. So the Poverello Center is Missoula and really Western Montana's primary emergency shelter for adults experiencing homelessness. We don't serve children, we don't serve families together. There's other agencies that do that. We're really focused on adults experiencing homelessness in our community. We have several programs to achieve that. The program that got the Poverello Center started 45 years ago is our soup kitchen. It started as a soup kitchen. We serve 3 meals a day through our soup kitchen. Then it's our main emergency shelter. Currently, our main emergency shelter is serving 88 individuals a day because of COVID restrictions or COVID social distancing protocols. Normally at this time of year at the main shelter, we'd be serving 175 individuals a night in the emergency shelter. 2 transitional housing programs for veterans experiencing homelessness that we work on in partnership with the Veterans Administration. One is based at the Poverello Center on the top floor. It's called Housing Montana Heroes. And then the other is called the Valor House, which is at a location off of Mullen Road in Missoula. And that's and those are 2 programs that we manage that are fit in that transitional housing framework. We have our homeless outreach team. Those are a staff that work with people experiencing unsheltered homelessness, so some of our most chronically homeless individuals. And they also work really on what's called a housing first model. So they're really working on trying to help people, help them navigate that path from being homeless into having a home. Related to that program is our housing retention program. So we have staff that actually, once we get someone housed, works with those people once they're in housing to help them stay housed. And then finally, we have our medical respite program. The medical respite program works with people experiencing homelessness who've experienced an acute illness or injury and are getting discharged out of a hospital or by a doctor getting referred to. And the medical respite program provides a place for them to heal from that acute injury or illness and then get some services through a medical respite care coordinator. So we worked with the community, with the city government, county government, and our community partners to identify a location, the Johnson Street facility, and open up a brand new emergency winter shelter there that has a lot more space in it. It's basically a warehouse. And we're utilizing that, and that can house up to 150 people, which will make sure that we can meet the need in our community there over the winter time. That'll run, started in January or November 1st, and will run through March 31st. We have a really great volunteer coordinator, Zach Malden, who does great, terrific work. If you go to the poverellocenter.org/volunteer, there's an online portal there that people can register to volunteer. The big areas of volunteering that are helpful to the POV is, one of the biggest is our soup kitchen. So community volunteers at the soup kitchen is critical for that program's success and is a big part. And it's also, I think, one of the most fun volunteer opportunities. Other volunteer opportunities include, we have a small food pantry that's associated with our soup kitchen, so volunteers are needed for that. We have volunteers that work in help out with the front desk and kind of shadow and provide assistance to our front desk staff. And then this is a little bit more of an advanced position for volunteering with people that have gotten some experience, but there are some volunteers that help out with the homeless outreach team and go do street outreach and work like that. Those are kind of the regular opportunities. We also have sporadic kind of events that come up and things that we do. So we do a quarterly neighborhood cleanup, which we bring volunteers in for. We do the big holiday meals, which is just kind of a bigger version of the daily meal that we do there. And so we do have some things that can be really helpful to help us out in the and that can be done socially distanced and not at the POV. The biggest of those is supply drives. People in the community bringing in a bag of supplies, toiletries, warm socks, gloves, hats, jackets, believe it or not, like toilet paper is a huge need of ours. If we had to buy all of our toilet paper, we'd spend over $1,000 a month on toilet paper at the Poverello Center. So, so that's, it's a lot.